am back. And tonight I'm actually going to be answering the Q&As from Instagram. I'm also going to be cooking at the same time. Shout out to TikTok. I be on TikTok all the time, and the recipe that I'm going to be doing tonight I'm really excited about. So long story short, when I was in college, I think I was like a junior, and I moved to the upperclassmen housing area. It's like apartments. And basically my apartment was right on the edge of the gate, like between like campus and off campus. And would you know, right outside my gate was a KFC. And I don't know what happened in the world, but I just feel like we all collectively decided that Popeyes was supreme over KFC. And I don't remember voting that. I do remember Popeyes getting really good with the sandwich, the viral chicken sandwich. Anyways. KFC used to have this bowl that I loved eating. Like, I would get home from class or get home from work, and I would go right across the street and I would get a red like fruit juice. It's like some sort of like fruit juice. It was high C. It was the red high C. So that's what I'm making tonight. I saw it on TikTok and I was like, that was for me. While I cook, I'm actually gonna answer some of the questions. I'm gonna answer like the really fun ones, the ones that I felt like were gonna be great for this YouTube video. I'm already heating up. I thought I was heating up the oil. Then I'm going to start the corn, because the corn is the easiest thing to make. So let me show you the ingredients. I have the corn, mashed potatoes. First of all, I do know how to make mashed potatoes from scratch. I am choosing to use the easy kind and the simple kind. And to be honest, these taste just as good as when I actually make them from scratch. If you didn't know, now you know. We're gonna use the popcorn chicken, put the cheese on top with the gravy. I was gonna buy a gravy pack, but my mom and my sister was like, no, you could just make it from scratch. So I'm just gonna make that from scratch. So to be honest, my last opportunity, I felt like I didn't leave it. I felt like I would probably still be in that opportunity today, like if it was up to me. Nothing crazy happened, nothing bad happened. There was no like scandal on my end. There was no drama as to the reason why I decided to part ways with that company. To be quite honest, it just started not to make sense financially. A lot of people don't know this, but my entire family was in that opportunity with me. That alone shows you that I had no intentions of leaving. I obviously loved the company. I trusted the company because, I mean, my whole family was in it. I don't know about you guys, but I don't trust my family just with everything. I'm very protective of my family. And my mom actually had a leadership position in my specific organization. So long story short, it just wasn't making sense for us to be in the opportunity. And the reason being is because I was getting better. As in, like with anything, I mean, the more you do it, the better that you get. But I was getting paid less. So I'm working harder, getting better, but not getting paid as much as I'm working for, pretty much. And if you know anything about just like the structure of that type of business, I mean, that is it's very possible that that could happen. So in reality, I had no ill feelings. I didn't feel like bamboozled. I didn't feel like tricked. I didn't feel anything of the sort like that, honestly. I felt like it just didn't make sense for me and my family anymore. And I just also couldn't get with leading other people to do the same exact thing when I knew that my family was making a transition out. It just didn't seem right. So that was the reason why I hate that everything went down the way that it did. I would have repped that opportunity for life. Like, I'm just being honest with you. I know all the things that people are saying, but I saw real results and I saw real people's lives change, and I saw just how profitable you could be investing and trading. And so me personally, I don't have no tea on that. I don't have no bad reviews or anything like that, because I really learned the skill set and I really saw the power of it and I really believe in it. I still believe in it to today. But obviously people move on, life changes, and it's okay. You know, it took me a very long time to figure all that out, but I have peace with it. It's okay. I feel like I just answered this, but I love a TikTok, okay? I feel like Instagram is just too businessy now. Like everything is so serious on Instagram, and I get it because it's such an amazing opportunity to make money. But I honestly hate how Instagram is now. It's just too serious. And the algorithm is, hate the algorithm on Instagram. Like it sucks. I feel like when I get on TikTok gives me exactly what I want to see. And one thing with just social media in general, I really pay attention to how I feel after I'm on like a certain site or a certain profile or platform, and Instagram does not be given all the time. Like honestly, I get off Instagram sometimes and I don't feel inspired or good, but every time I get on TikTok I feel happy. Like I've spent hours on TikTok before. Like, I love TikTok. Hopefully they don't ban TikTok. I heard there was like a thing going around, so they were gonna ban TikTok. I don't know what that's about. Fun fact about me, I love breakfast. I could eat breakfast at night. I could eat breakfast right now. I love a breakfast. So my favorite brunch spots would have to be Toast, #1. I love Toast. They have a seafood dip that is just amazing. I always get their catfish and grits, and if I'm feeling fancy, I'll add shrimp. Last time I went, I actually got their breakfast sandwich, and it was pretty good as well. Second is Lily's. I love Lily's brunch. I've been like a couple times, and I get the steak and eggs. It's the only place that I order a steak. I really am not like a big steak fan, but it's the only place I order a steak, and I get the steak and eggs, and it comes with potatoes. And they have these amazing like mimosa towers that are so good too. So those are my 2 top spots. I feel like I should give 3 because I gave 2. So I think third, where do I go for brunch? It would be Cafe Intermezzo. I love Cafe Intermezzo. I feel like you're a real city, in the city type of person if you know about Cafe Intermezzo. Amazing brunch. Oh, the sausage, egg, and cheese croissant, I always get it with the potatoes blackened with an orange juice in a wine glass. Like, you can't beat that. You can't beat that. Okay, I think it is hot enough. I feel like moving you guys. I might move you guys because, I don't know. How do you guys feel? Do you feel like I'm turning my back on you? How do you feel? I don't know. Okay, I really didn't do the sizzle like I needed it to do the sizzle. That means it's not hot enough. Okay, there we go. Now we got the sizzle. Come on, sizzle. So funny. No, I'm not keeping my love life a secret. I will say that I do believe that when it comes to relationships and social media, I do believe they're better off social media. I think everybody should just like be quiet and just like live their lives. I think it's getting too confusing on social media. I don't even talk about like just the negative, like funny blog pages. Like I'm talking about even the good pages are confusing sometimes. Like it's an overconsumption of information and tips and tricks so you prevent yourself from getting hurt. I'm going on a rant right now, but the point I'm making is that I think that your relationship should only be for you to consume. I do plan to be like private about my love life and just my relationships. I do know a part of that is because of hurt and just feeling embarrassed, I guess you could say, on social media. I'll get over that. When I get over that, I may share, but I just feel like I'm probably gonna be the type to share, like, you'll know who I'm dating when we're announcing like our baby or our 1-year anniversary. It's gonna be like, what? Like 1-year wedding anniversary. Like, I don't know though. I change every single year. I might feel different later on, but like as of right now, I'm detaching from the capitalistic society that we live in. I know I am so like deep and dramatic about things, but in reality, I just want to be the only one that consumes my love life. I think relationships are for you and that person. And if you could share it with the world and share with others and inspire others, I think that's beautiful, but I don't think it's necessary. I think you should be the main benefactor to love and to being in someone's life. I might change my mind. I might, you know, show a leg here, an elbow there, a vacation here, like one of the photos like this, you know, with the hand. Yeah, I'm enjoying keeping that part of my life private. It's been very healthy for me. It's allowed me to like filter out what I'm really feeling and what I really want and what I really expect without having like so many outside pressures. I'm pretty sure I'm saving myself. Side note, did you guys know one time I was dating somebody who was super against posting on social media, so I did a deep dive on the internet trying to find articles that support posting your significant other. Would you believe that at that time, there were no articles supporting that you should show off your significant other on social media? I was so shocked. I was like, wow, they really think you shouldn't? And I think in our culture, everybody's hiding something, so that's why we did. But like scientifically speaking, all of the suggestions were saying, no, keep it private, keep it to yourself. I didn't understand it at the time, but I definitely understand it now, for sure. Oh my God, it smells like KFC already. I wear many hats. I do a lot of things, and I always have time for rest. I think it's like the one thing I'm most proud of myself about, and what I love most about. Well, one thing that I definitely do very well is I definitely schedule very well. Emphasis on schedule. I'm a big scheduler. I use my planner, obviously, on my iPad. I'm just very big on timing. So, and it's crazy because I don't have alarms. I don't have like long to-do lists every day. I mean, all the things that you would think like a super planner has, like I really don't. I have a very big go with the flow day. Today, for example, the first half of my day was cleaning. Then my next section of my day, I was doing some unboxings. The larger section of my day was working on 2 of my projects, which were websites. And I had another section of my day where I filmed 2 reels. And now I have the section of my day where it's YouTube and cooking dinner. So I'm not big on like, I'm doing this at 6, I'm doing this at 3, I'm doing this at 5. But I will do things like be out of bed before 9:30. Or once I'm done with this, I'm gonna focus on this. So I really don't have time stamps in my day, but I do have sections of my day. And that's how I get a lot of the stuff done. And I still have time for rest and winding down and all of that. Like, and I don't wake up super early. I don't wake up at like 6 or 5 a.m. I wake up at 9:30 every day with no alarm. Memory of 2022 was definitely my birthday and Hannah's birthday. I felt like we had the best birthdays last year. Like I had an amazing time for both of our birthdays. I went to Mexico and she was in Atlanta, but all of our friends were in Atlanta the same weekend. So we had so much fun. Just being around people that I love and us creating memories. I have so many photos last year. And I love that. I just love that for me. My favorite place I traveled last year was Mexico. Mexico is beautiful. It's so beautiful. And it's so easy to get to. It's such an easy trip. This year, I really want to go to Paris. I don't know how it's going to happen or if it's going to happen, but I really have to make it to Paris. Like, I don't know what it is about it. I just really want to be there, like right now. My favorite songs right now is Spotless Mind by Jhené Aiko, Snooze. Can't get enough of Snooze right now. SZA. She put crack in that song. And I actually found this new artist on TikTok called The Artist with a $. And the song is called Sober. I've been playing it over and over again when I drive. It's so soothing. Hey y'all, it was getting real, so I had to move you around. Let me show you. Got the corn flowing. So it started to get real, so I had to get off camera and call my mama because I did not know how to make the gravy. She taught me how to make it homemade from scratch. And boy, let me tell y'all, this KFC bowl looks so good. So I'm gonna eat and finish answering these last couple questions. So Honestly, everybody's healing journey looks different. Mine, and there's different phases as well. My healing journey, some of it was like crying, some of it was completely distancing myself from everybody else, some of it was being happy again and then sad again and crying again. Don't put a timeline on it, but also don't put like a method to it either. Healing is not like a school project, it's not like a syllabus, like there's not checkpoints to hit or anything like that. Healing is very fluid, it's very specific to that certain person, and more importantly, like I feel like healing is a journey, it's not a destination. So you're constantly healing, you're constantly learning new things about yourself. What helped me was finding different things to make myself happy outside of like healing things. For example, every month I would buy myself an expensive perfume. Another thing that I picked up was decor. Like I love decorating. Most importantly, I like building stuff. Like I love putting together desks, couches, like dressers. Like I love building. It's something about it that just gets my mind off of everything, and it just helps me only focus on the task at hand. So most of the basic ones are like working out and reading, and nothing wrong with any of those things. I do those things too. But I also had to find things that were like specific to me, that really helped me breathe again, that made me happy again, that made me feel like alive again. Also, it don't taste like KFC, but it is good though. Another thing I did was I found activities and things to do outside of like somebody else. So when you get with people, you do things that they like, you go places that they like. I had to figure out what it is that like Taylor likes. So I have a whole list in my phone of things that I like to do and nobody else, meaning these are things that I like, and not because other people like them, it's because I like them. The churches that I visited in Atlanta are Word of Faith, Belong Church, Life Center in Sandy Springs, as well as Evolve. The church I go to the most out of all of them, well, the church I went to the longest was Word of Faith in Austell. The latest church I went to was Evolve Church. That one's in Atlanta. I love Evolve. It's a night service, and all of my best friends are there. My best friends are on the worship team. It's an amazing environment. It's just perfect for me and where I am right now in my spiritual journey. I have no regrets at all. Life was meant to happen the way it was meant to happen. I just love that now everything I do makes me happy. Hardest thing about being with somebody like me is that I'm super independent. Carry the world on my shoulders. I'm working on it, soft life or whatever. But that's probably the hardest thing about being, I think, having any type of relationship with me, even friends, sisters, dating, like that's probably like the one thing that's like the hardest thing about being with me is I'm super independent and I have a life of my own. And some people, like, that can be a problem for them. Like, unfortunately, I have a lot of friends and a life of my own, and I'm independent. They're good things, but it can also like cause certain problems too, because sometimes you can think, you know, I'm flirting or being too friendly, but in reality, like, I'm just a nice person. People like connecting with me, people like enjoy talking to me, and I could have like no connection with you whatsoever, but I'll hold a conversation with you for like 10 minutes, and then it's like, you know, I could have a bad day and not tell anybody about it and just come back 48 hours later, let's get back to life. And that can be frustrating. I understand that, like, just being in my life. It takes a lot for me to let people in, but once I do let you in, like, you're in there with me. And I'm very quiet and to myself. So communication is definitely something that I need to work on, like in regards to like all of my relationships, and then just sharing the load with other people. And then sometimes reinforcing boundaries for others' comfortability.